Centuries before the great civilizations of Egypt and Greece, the early Australians crossed a great sea and settled in the southern continent. In crossing such an expansive ocean, they had accomplished a feat that no people of the earth had done before them. The Aborigines explored the face of the continent and learned to recognize the edible plants, and learned to hunt its wild
Discovery
animals.
History Project is centred on a 15-minute audio-visual narrative that combines 109 artwork images with narration, music and sound effects to tell the story of the arrival of the first Australians, the Aboriginal people, the visits of the early Dutch navigators who harnessed the roaring 40s trade winds in an effort to reach the riches of the Spice Islands as quickly as possible, and often accidentally crashed into the rocky western coast of what they began to call New Holland. The voyages of Abel Tasman for the Dutch East India Company, and his discovery of Van Diemen's Land, New Zealand, and the north coast of Australia. Joseph Banks and the 1769 British scientific expedition to Tahiti to observe the transit of Venus, which sailed in the good ship Endeavour, captained by Lieutenant James Cook. Lieutenant Cook and his party's search for the mysterious Southland, and their discovery of the eastern coast of New Holland on the 20th of April 1770. The discovery and exploration of Botany Bay, the Endeavour's treacherous passage north along the Great Barrier Reef, and the return to Europe by way of Java. The Agrarian Revolution and the deplorable living conditions then existing in the overcrowded cities of England, which would eventually lead to the European settlement of Australia. The Discovery History Project challenges learners to create their own versions of the narrative by replacing all or any of the 109 artwork images in the original program with images that they have either drawn or painted themselves, or those that they have searched for and chosen as replacements that in their judgment best illustrate that section of the narrative. Each image of the narrative has an accompanying notes page, which assists learners to develop patterns of historical reasoning by encouraging them to ask questions, foster debate, use evidence to support a position, and to communicate that position effectively. Each narrative contains an assessment page where teachers can communicate with the students and assign lessons of work and give instructions on how the work is to be carried out, and provide assistance and constructive criticism of the work in progress and give a written assessment of the completed project. The same assessment page is used for all frames in the narrative, allowing teachers to assess the student's entire project in the one assessment document by referring to the frame numbers. All work carried out in the image import and notes and assessment pages is automatically saved when the program is quit. For more information on this resource, watch the About This Program video or visit our website at admarkeducation.com.